Aries, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at some spiritual messages that your spiritual team wants to pass on to you. I'm going to be using a couple of decks today. I want to start off with the oracles and then we'll kind of go into what the tarot has to say. But any information that you may be looking for to book a personal session with me, I will include in the description box. Make sure that you like the video so that I know that you do enjoy the content here and so that the algorithm actually suggests videos to you in the future. And subscribe so you never miss a beat. But let's go ahead and get into it. Let's start with this deck because it's just so pretty. I've been itching to use this deck for a minute, and for some reason I never get around to use it. So that's what we're gonna do today. What's the spiritual messages coming through for my Aries? What are the spiritual messages coming through for my Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements? Aries. Okay, so we have Malachite, Uranus, and I don't know how to say this word. Idwa Monia. I hope I said that correctly. But whenever we're talking about Uranus energy for sure, and Malachite, that's one of my favorite crystals. When you're dealing with Uranus energy, we're talking about shakeups. We're talking about things being revolutionized, thinking outside of the box. We're thinking about inventions. I'm getting like all these different messages just with this like Malachite crystal thing going on here. This deck is so pretty. But the spiritual message is, Aries, in order for you to see a shift or a change in your life, it's important that you are willing to step outside of the box. The greatest people don't become the greatest by being conformed to how society wants them to be. They think outside of the box. They allow their evil genius to shine. And the message here is you need to let your evil genius shine. You need to be authentically you in order for you to experience that breakthrough and that shift that you want to experience. Also, when it comes to things that you've just energetically had to endure in terms of like shakeups and things just being all over the place, it has been to inspire some sort of action or energy shift within you. Not for no reason have you experienced certain energy shifts. It was to awaken something within you. And that's what Spirit's been trying to get you to see. We also have intuition. We have the aquamarine crystal and the water element energy with this card. So another spiritual message is to listen to your inner knowing. Aries, you could be someone who kind of knows what's going on intuitively before things happen, and maybe you don't give your intuition enough credit. And also, when you're trusting your intuition, you're also trusting in your spiritual team and them giving you the downloads or the proper information to lead in your situation. So for a lot of you, it's been a lot of second guessing, and it's important that you're not second guessing yourself to a point to where you don't trust yourself at all in terms of knowing what's best for you. We also have transcendence in the moonstone, and this represents the crown chakra. So another spiritual message for you, Aries, it's important for you to allow yourself to evolve or to literally transcend spaces that you don't resonate with anymore. This could be friendships. This could be overall relationships. This could be, a career that you don't feel like you necessarily resonate with. Transcendence is your birthright. And with the crown chakra, it's important that you're taking care of your mental health as a whole, incorporating meditation into your daily practice, and also doing things to ensure your mental health is in a good space, whether that's like shutting your phone off, getting off of social media for some time if you have to, whatever works best for you. We have Magic Stream. I love this card. So this card is about understanding the interconnectedness of everything, every event, the connections that we have around us. Everything has a purpose and has a meaning, and it all flows together. So Spirit wants you to know that nothing that's happening around you is like by accident or even your fault. If anything, everything's happening the way that it's supposed to. And the key to kind of transcend certain energy you don't want to be in is to see the interconnectedness in terms of past, present, and also the future. And really understanding like, okay, so what is this past event trying to teach me? What was the reason why this person came into my life? And really digging deep to really find those answers is the importance with the magic stream. This is also allowing things to just naturally flow to you as well. Aries, there's nothing you need to force because like I said, everything is already happening the way that it's supposed to. Oh, we have peaks of joy. So another spiritual message, Aries, is it's important for you to experience joy in its rare form without waiting for outside things to confirm that you could be happy with yourself. You don't need to wait for your career to take off for you to say, okay, I'm proud of myself now. Or you don't need to, reach this crazy heightened space of spiritual enlightenment for you to tell yourself that you have spiritually evolved. You can experience joy without looking for outside things to either tell you that it's okay to do that. You could celebrate every single day if you want to, because life itself is a celebration. So it's important for you to experience joy without, like I said, outside validation or things to make it seem like it's quote unquote okay to. And there's so much for you to be happy for in this current moment. Gratitude is like one of the highest vibrations you can tap into, and it brings more into your life when you're expressing a level of gratitude, even for the small things. Or shoot, the big things like being able to breathe and still being alive. We also have the Field of Dreams. So the Field of Dreams talks about our thoughts, feelings, and how they influence our actions in our overall environment and our circumstances. So I want to say this, pay attention to whatever dreams you could be having. Like if you do have vivid dreams during this time frame, Aries, I always say this, keep you a dream journal. But beyond that, when it comes to your thoughts, feelings, emotions, how they're being projected outwardly, you want to be mindful of what's influencing all of those things and how they're like reflecting back into your situation. Now let's pull from this deck. What are the spiritual messages coming through for my Aries that they need to hear? What are the spiritual messages? Aries. Ooh, okay, so we have the Shaman. It says trust in higher forces. Love the Shaman. We also have High Priestess, harness mystic power. A lot of you who are watching this, you could be either on a path of being like a spiritual healer, or you could be on like a very important spiritual journey to be like that first person in your family to break like certain generational curses. Or in you being enlightened, you're going to be able to help people in some way. But anywho, I also have Lady, enjoy growth and reap rewards. Okay, so the spiritual message is kind of coming through with these cards. Again, trust your intuition. All right, especially for my Aries who are led to a path of maybe helping people spiritually, or you may want to share a message, or you want to share your gifts to kind of help people, or to, express gifts that Spirit has given you. Whatever your purpose may be, it's important that you harness that energy so that you can put it out there and experience growth or reward for standing in your authentic self. Ooh, I want to clarify this card. Why is this here? Yeah, so clarifying the Lady, which talks about growth and reaping rewards. We have the Earth Guardian. It says stay rooted and grounded. So in you grounding yourself, in you getting rooted in your plans, in your ideas, in your manifestations, that's when the real rewards are going to come in. I'm hearing consistency is key. You showing up every single day, day in and day out, even the days where you don't know what's going to happen next. It's important that you stay rooted and grounded. All right, let's pull some tarot cards. What are the spiritual messages for my Aries they need to hear right now? Oh, okay. The potential you see in other people is what gives them life. Aries, you see potential in people where maybe they don't see that same potential in themselves, but it's important to know where to draw the line in that potential you see in people, okay? Especially when they're not living up to it. The Page of Pentacles in reverse does talk about the energy of laziness. It does talk about this energy of like not wanting to live up to the potential there is. So in what moment or in what scenario do you like see that in order for someone to be that person that you envision them to be, they have to want the same thing for themselves? So the spiritual message is to stay away from wanting to maybe push certain people towards their potential if they themselves don't even want to see it or tap into it, because all that's going to do is drain you energetically and then make you feel like your energy and your time was wasted or even taken advantage of. Yeah, I have the Page of Swords and I have the King of Wands. Another thing I'm seeing, it's important that you're nurturing your spiritual self, your spiritual body, okay? Making sure that you're keeping spiritual maintenance a part of your routine all throughout this month, all throughout 2024. Okay? Stay away from this energy of doubting yourself or second guessing yourself or letting skepticalness about whether or not you're capable in, you know, maybe putting yourself out there and starting a business and actually making money, or your capabilities to attract, I don't know, a divine partner. Whatever your skepticalness may be rooted in, it's important that you don't let that skepticalness become something that you actually believe to be true. Hey, try hard. Okay, I also have the Two of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and I have the Eight of Wands. So Spirit is also saying, yeah, that second guessing energy could be stopping you from really fully standing in some sort of decision or in understanding of what your bigger plan is going to be. And that's why it's important you don't let your emotions in the moment sway you in your decision making. Make sure that you always are staying grounded in your decision making, taking in consideration how you feel, yes, but also adding logic to that too, in that mix. Also, where you guys have given a lot of people grace, where it's this constant switch up. 1 second they're emotionally, you know, presenting certain things one way, and then another second they're different. Like they have this charmer-esque energy, but they don't really stay consistent in meaning what they say or doing what they say. At some point, you have to see beyond just the words, is what Spirit is saying here. Yeah, a lot of you have been giving somebody grace too, where they're unable to like, or not wanting to see your perspective on a lot of different things and choosing to be rather difficult. Okay, you gotta choose your peace. You gotta choose your peace. I have the Nine of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Three of Wands. Some of you guys are scared of whether or not you are going to be able to be good enough at certain like things that you put yourself out there for. I'm seeing this picture of someone wanting to be like a model, or wanting to be like a really well-known artist or something like that, or a really well-known, I don't know, someone in their field. But you could be so worried about how you may be perceived or how other people may view you, or even people that you know in your day-to-day, that this could be really keeping you from living your best life. Spirit is saying forget the need to focus on how other people are going to perceive you. Why is this Four of Cups here? Why is the Four of Cups here? Some of you have been distracted and haven't been seeing certain opportunities up under your nose, especially when it comes to meeting somebody who's truly in alignment with you. You may have had like a Gemini around you, or a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio individual. Really doesn't matter the zodiac sign, but you could have had somebody who like if you really did take the time out to explore your love life and did let this person and you like see where things go, this could have been a connection, or this could be a connection. So make sure you're not being focused on what you don't like about your situation or certain areas in your life, that you end up missing certain opportunities that could be like right up under your nose. I'm talking about right up under your nose. Okay, so the last cards we have here, we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and I have the Page of Wands. Spirit is saying, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for to get out of the house? Some of you sit in the house way too much, okay? I'm gonna read y'all for real. Some of you sit in the house way too much and you're like waiting for certain things to happen, and Spirit's like, okay, it's not gonna happen until you do it. So if you don't take anything from this reading, Aries, it's time for you to get active. It's time for you to get real, what's the word? Intentional. It's time for you to get real intentional about what is getting your energy and what you're energetically doing. But definitely need to get out the house, Aries. You need to get out the house. You need to have some fun, because you could be looking at your situation as being more frustrating than it actually is, only because you could be in the house thinking about what you want to do and what you would possibly do, but maybe you're not like participating in life itself. So if anything, if there's any message you take away from this, get into the flow of participating in your life and see how the universe kind of responds back to you, okay? But thank you so much, Aries. I hope that this reading was helpful and did give you some insight on the spiritual messages they want to pass on to you. Thank you so much for your support and your likes, comments, and shares. Definitely leave a comment below and let me know what resonated, like the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, Aries.